today. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Browns offense getting ready for their first drive as they will do so behind their quarterback in his third year now from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
They go play action. Mayfield. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
And the Browns.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Gerald McCoy forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Mayfield now from the 50. And that'll be incomplete. Mayfield took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Coverage there by Earl Thomas.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
The Jets take over 1st.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by their mobile quarterback, standing 6'4". It's Colin Kaepernick.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
That's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Now a short one to Gesicki. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
To Mike Gesicki. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd down at the 20-yard line.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
The numbers for Bell on the ground in the game last week. 16 carries, 72 yards. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
4-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix. No laughing matter there. He came in to belt him behind the line.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Now a short one to Gesicki.
Complete to
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Now Kaepernick. A screen to Bell. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And with the snow here, maybe asking too much of the kicker to try a field goal. So instead, offense on the field, they'll go for it on 4th down. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action. Now Kaepernick. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick-6 last week. Not a pick-6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, you got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Over the middle to Beckham. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
He's going to take off with it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Kaepernick was looking to throw, but then it became decision time. And when he saw they had room to run, he made the right decision to pull it down there, and he winds up picking up the first down.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Bell. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the
B.J. Goodson there on the tackle.
yards on the pickup.
On 2nd down, it's Freeman. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends in a touchdown run from Devontae Freeman. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
Mayfield with the give to Nick.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he is going to have a Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
First down.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitask.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jordan Jenkins. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He was covered by Malcolm Butler.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Here's Jamie Gillen as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Flushed out right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To throw, it's Kaepernick. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Kaepernick hit, fumble. He lost the football. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Kaepernick going to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets racked.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll start our tour in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. And it's the Raiders who have the lead in that one. Hunter Renfrow, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Alex Smith, a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get to the desert. Let's check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And that game is tied as they take on the visiting 49ers. Meanwhile, in our game, just the lone touchdown accounting for all the scoring. A tight one, 7-0 is the score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. This will make it into the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. New York set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
He was covered by Denzel Ward.
Back to the air on second down. It's Kaepernick. Crowder's got it over the middle. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
1st and 10 at the 40.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Kaepernick now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Kaepernick now on first down. Now a short one to Gesicki. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete to Mike Gesicki. Out of bounds.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 23. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
At the 23-yard line.
On first down, Kaepernick. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down.
Le'Veon Bell, incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
This is Bell. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And Lewis has it, the tight end. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
12-yard line.
Kaepernick now to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
Browns nothing.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 25-yard line.
Mayfield looks to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Sheds off the tackle and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 40-yard line.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
And a nice carry and a first down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished 2nd in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last night didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And now it's third down. Mayfield from the gun on third down. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Mayfield on target to Landry for a Browns first down.
Browns nothing.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
The 43-yard line.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now Bell. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. The Jets on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
Here's Kaepernick. Kaepernick hit. Fumble. He lost the football.
The pass. A fumble on the play.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold onto the football while being jostled?
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry.
Mayfield's
And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Ashton Davis there on the coverage.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield with it once more. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry.
Mayfield's pass.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And again, it's Mayfield. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete.
intended for Odell Beckham. Incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. He finds Beckham complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. From the gun, Mayfield. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here. And now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll go again with Bell. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough. But, yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's the AFC Wild Card Round on EA Sports.
Now Kaepernick. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And work with me here. Is this overhyped or not? You've got a warm weather team on the road in January, and it's cold. What's the deal? Is that a factor or is it not a factor?
I think a lot of it depends on the personality of your head coach and how you prepare for things. And some things you just can't prepare for. If you're coming from a warm weather site, you can't make it cold enough like it is here in this ball game. But what you can do is just tell guys, dress for the weather, and then play like we always play. And as the game goes along, typically those guys out there playing, you warm up enough that it really shouldn't affect you quite the same way. Now, if that's all you talk about, if you put that in the heads of your players, it'll affect them in a big way.
Start offense.
Well, it's a third and somewhat manageable now, not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
They shakes him off. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
A loss of 3 yards brings up 4th down.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro from the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead.
Chargers 3, Jets nothing.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ, because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often the discussion every time, right, that 4th seed, should they actually be hosting? Because sometimes it turns out that division winner has a lesser record than wild card teams that get in, and some people think that'd be a more fair way of doing things. But I gotta tell you, I personally like it. The winning a division title, I don't care what the division, how it's ranked, it still means something to me, and I like the fact that they get to host.
I think that that's the reason you have the divisions. If you didn't, just stack them all up and take the best 6 records, but there's a division for a reason. The champion hosts the first round.
And the first rule of thumb in building a team, build a team to win your division. Beat those teams first, then you go from there.
He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And he finds a man on the crossing route.
Kaepernick's pass.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll run it with Bell. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Kaepernick going to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. It's hard to find solace on one side when the season ends, no matter where it ends, but especially in the playoffs, because there's all that build up to the moment. But I would imagine the post-game locker room speech, it'll have a pretty positive spin.
It should. They've made a heck of a run to get to the playoffs and have that chance to advance, even though they didn't. But you're right about how much it's going to hurt, because when you work that hard to get this far, it hurts just a little bit more. No matter when your season ends, it's a downer. But in this case, even more so because you had your eyes on the big prize, which was the Lombardi Trophy.
And for Charles Davis,